Good evening, everyone. My name is Karen, and I'm a travel advisor with Vacations for Canadians. Today is our special evening with Aaron Crawford from Holland America. Welcome, Aaron. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We're very excited because February is Holland America Supplier of the Month. So that means we've got some extra sweet deals to offer our clients. We know that we've got a great following of Holland America guests who come time and time again asking for those incredible itineraries. And this is a perfect hour for those guests who have come back time and time again saying, hey, what's new, Aaron? What are we going to be seeing for 27, 28? And if you're new to Holland America, this is also a terrific opportunity to learn a little bit more about the brand. It is a bit of a unique offering. I know there's some terrific all-Canadian cruises that we're going to be divulging a little bit more about later on, but super excited to be hosting this evening. So thank you all for joining me on this Wednesday night. So we will be talking a little bit more about those offers later on, but we do have that extra onboard credit that we're going to be speaking to. So a little bit of a kind of the cherry on top that will sweeten the deal for those great cruises. So Aaron, I'm going to hand it on over to you to teach us a little bit more about the brand.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone, and thank you for taking time out of your evening to join us tonight and learn a little bit about Holland America. Like you heard, for the guests that have cruised with us before, thank you very much, and thank you for coming back. For the people that are new to Holland America or new to cruising, I'm really excited to show you this spectacular brand and the unique features of Holland America, some new things that are coming out, and some cherished legacy things that we really enjoy celebrating on board. I'm going to talk about some unique itineraries and then share the amazing deals with you. So without further ado, let me just play a short video showing you a little glimpse about Holland America. Now, I love that video. I love looking at the warm destinations. I'm coming to you from beautiful London, Ontario, and she is cold tonight. So I love that little clip about the Caribbean. So for those who have sailed with Holland America before, you know what I'm talking about. For those that haven't, we're really that premium cruise line that is really dedicated to these 5 pillars, these 5 kind of missions. So we are absolutely the cruise line for explorers, people that are looking for unique destinations, unique history, and being able to really immerse yourselves into the destinations that we're going. With our rich maritime history dating over a century, each voyage with Holland America really does invoke that sense of tradition, nautical authenticity, and really is going to allow you to connect to the destinations in really unique ways. For the foodies, we have the best food at sea at the premium level, and that is a bold statement to make. There are a lot of cruise lines out there, and they all have their amazing features. What I can say with absolute certainty is that Holland America is the cruise line for foodies. Of course, we're the cruise line for music lovers as well. On our Pinnacle class ships, we have what we call the Music Walk. One of my favorite spots is to hang out at the B.B. King Lounge, listening to jazz and blues, heading over to the Rolling Stone Lounge for rock and roll, classic and contemporary, of course, dueling pianos, 3rd Avenue West. Live music is really at the heart of what we do, and it's a fabulous place to go and just enjoy the evening. Of course, the award-winning service, the amazing crew that we have on board, and those spacious ships, or what I like to call perfectly sized ships. Not too big, not too small, really that perfect size for you to be able to enjoy the ship, enjoy that classic nautical experience while really immersing yourself in that destination. Some unique features that we have really are that medium-sized ship that I talk about, the boardwalk that'll go around the exterior of the ship so you can head outside and really enjoy those amazing views. We're built for scenic cruising. We can open up the bow of the ship, allow you to head out there to really get those uninterrupted views. We also have a retractable roof that goes over our pool area. So regardless of the weather, and especially in Alaska when the weather can be wildly unpredictable, we can open and close that. So regardless of what's happening, you can enjoy the pool and lounge area. We've got a lot of offerings for you, whether it's the Pinnacle class ships, our largest, roughly over 2,600 passengers, or the R class, our smallest ship, little over 1,400 passengers. It really is all going to have a very similar layout, similar aesthetic. And like I said before, it's that tribute or that nod to our classic Dutch and European heritage. We want it to feel a bit like a home away from home. So whether you're choosing a veranda state room where you're going to have the beautiful sitting area, the bed that can be separated into two lowers or into one queen, those amazing views, or it's inside, we've got you covered. Of course, if you're looking for the ultimate experience, you're going to be looking to the Neptune and Pinnacle class suites. They're the largest suites on board. They're going to offer spacious verandas and lots of amazing perks. King size bed, in-suite coffee maker, whirlpool bath, complimentary mimosa with your in-suite breakfast. The list goes on and on. It really is spectacular. Plus the coveted laundry service, which we know is so important, especially on some of those longer voyages. Now, I talked about the food earlier. We absolutely are the food line, the cruise line for foodies. We're going to be able to offer you freshly made bread and pastas on board, regional dishes that are really going to match the flavors of where you're cruising to. We can absolutely satisfy all of the taste buds. And even if you have some dietary restrictions, we can accommodate that for you as well. Of course, always work with your travel advisor to let us know so that we can make sure you've got everything that you're going to need. We've also rolled out recently something I'm really proud to talk about, and this is our global fresh fish program. Last year, we announced this program, and we're going to be able to offer over 80 varieties of locally sourced seafood on board. We've surveyed our guests, and we found that fresh fish and seafood really makes the top of everyone's list. And we found a really innovative way to be able to provide the very best seafood experience possible. Basically, what we're saying here is that ethically sourced, seasonally sourced, and regionally sourced, we're going to be able to provide 48 hours from hook to plate for all of our seafood on board. And we have partnered with Chef Morimoto from Iron Chef as our fresh fish ambassador. So let's hear from him talk a little bit about this really cool program.
At Holland America Line, our cuisine goes beyond the plate. That's why we're introducing our new, first of its kind, global fresh fish program, offering you more than 80 varieties of fresh fish sourced locally from across our global network. Because we care about what's on your plate, who we partner with is important.
The fresh fish program is very 画期的. I'm Chef Morimoto, fresh fish ambassador for Holland America Line. Excited we're working with Holland America because we have same standard as the flavor the ingredients, especially fish. I will bring my innovative flair to a pop-up restaurant on all set on Holland America. Let us prepare something for you.
Possible. But all of our cuisine on board is going to be locally sourced, authentic, and really match the areas that we cruise to. So maybe in Taiwan, you're going to learn how to make pork dumplings from scratch. In Alaska, you can even go fishing on an excursion, catch something, bring it on board, and the chef will prepare it for you and serve it in the dining room. That's called our Savor My Catch program. Check that out if and when you're in Alaska. Now, we've got lots of food options for you on board. This is a photo of our main dining room that'll be available. And this is either set dining, early or late, or anytime dining. You've got lots of options there. But we've got everything covered for you. Canaletto for our handmade Italian meals, absolutely spectacular. Tamarind, our Pan-Asian restaurant, those are easily my two favorites. Now, I'm going to give you a tip here. When you go to Pinnacle Grill, which is our award-winning steak and seafood restaurant, make sure you ask for the clothesline bacon. It's candied bacon that's going to be served to you on a small clothesline. It is absolutely delicious. So there's my tip for you. Now, when you're making your booking with Vacations for Canadians, always recommend having a conversation about our Have It All package. This is our drinks package. Roughly works out to be about $60 US or 83, 85 Canadian dollars per person per day. Both adults in the cabin have to have it. And it's going to include a dining credit, a shore excursion credit, of course, your drink package, and your Wi-Fi. This will cover coffee, tea, juice, water, sodas, you name it. We've got it all covered for you. So always encourage you to ask about that. If you are booking far enough in advance, 27 and even into 28, you might be eligible to receive the early booking version of that. So make sure you ask your Vacations for Canadians travel agent about the Have It All package and adding it on there. Something else you're going to want to ask them about is our Club Orange. This is an amazing opportunity for you to take whatever cabin category you've chosen on Holland America and upgrade it to suite amenities. For that small rate, what that's going to mean is that you can receive things like priority embark and debarkation, priority access to tendering, guest relations, shore excursions, access to the Club Orange Lounge and restaurant, a potential cabin category upgrade. It is really exceptional value. Now, I will put a caveat on there. When you have the conversation with your travel advisor, you want to look at this option early. It does sell out fast. There's only about 30 to 40 spots on every sailing. So it is not always available. You want to act fast. Now, I talked earlier about the amazing music on board. We offer the best live music at sea, for sure. We've partnered with industry leaders like the B.B. King Blues Club, the Rolling Stone Lounge. It really is amazing. The Ocean Trio, 3rd Avenue West, the live music really is just something exceptional. And I'm really happy to say that in our theater productions on board, we have rolled out a completely new lineup. So for anyone sailing really this year and into next year, you're going to see a brand new lineup in the theater, some spectacular performances. We also have lots of immersive experiences for you. So during the day, we have a wide variety of activities, of course, to keep you busy. We've also got our X Talks. These are kind of our version of a TED Talk, and these are going to be highlighted topics that are relevant to the destination that you're cruising. So as an example, in Alaska, we're going to teach our guests about a dog racing program. We're also going to talk about women bush pilots that are bringing supplies to the Arctic. And we're going to also, in Glacier Bay, have park rangers come on and talk about Glacier Bay from a parks perspective. Once they're done, we're going to have our Indigenous leaders come on, and they're going to talk about Glacier Bay from the Indigenous perspective. The whole idea with these kind of immersive experiences really is to get you past the port of call and give you as much information as possible about where you're cruising to. Now, of course, we want to get you up and active as possible. So we, of course, have our spa, our gym, the walking track, Tai Chi, spin class, pickleball, painting. I mean, you name it, there is endless activities on board. You cannot be bored on a ship. Now, for any pickleball fans out there, it's important to note Holland America is part of the Pickleball Association. So you're going to find at least one, if not two, pickleball courts on all of our ships. If we have two of them, you can rest assured one of them is a regulation court. So you'll be able to enjoy that experience. And of course, we have our amazing Dutch heritage, our European traditions, which we love to celebrate. On sea days, we're going to have our Dutch tea. This is an opportunity for you to try some Dutch snacks along with Dutch tea. We've also got our Dutch day that'll happen, and this will be a unique menu in the dining. Plus, you'll have a beautiful stroopwafel on your pillow for you. We've got our mint and ginger service at main dining, and we've got our orange party. This is your opportunity, folks, to pack some orange, whether it is a fun outfit or some accessories. You're going to want to get dressed up in orange, head down to the BB King Lounge, and really dance the night away. There's some fun activities, some fun cocktails. It is really a blast. Now, for anyone traveling with children, I do want to remind you that Holland America can be a great option for multi-generational families. We've got kids club programs on all of our ships from ages 3 to 17. So there are activities geared to the little ones, and they are supervised by full-time professional trained staff that's going to be able to really keep them engaged and have tons of fun for them. The only time our Kids Club program isn't available is on our legendary voyages, and that's all of our voyages, 25 days or longer. But if you're looking to travel with the little ones, Holland America can absolutely be a great choice. Now, something else that we're really proud of is our partnership with the History Channel. This is where history isn't just told, it's really experienced. These are exclusive itineraries that have shore excursions that are curated in partnership with the History Channel. So it's going to be a balance of expert-led onboard programming and immersive experiences when you get into those destinations. So when you are shopping online or working with your travel advisor, look for the History Channel logo, and you're going to know that that is one of the History Channel itineraries. And we've got lots, whether it's in the Caribbean, Alaska, Europe, the transatlantic. There is a lot of offerings there for you. So look for that for any of our history buffs out there. Now, I do want to remind you about our sanctuary in the Bahamas. Half Moon Key is our private island that'll be available for you at least once on every 7 days that you're going to be in the Caribbean. Half Moon Key is the largest private island in the Bahamas, a little over 2,400 acre island that is really a paradise. It's underdeveloped, so it's going to really feel like you're escaping from all of the noise out there and really sitting back and relaxing. It is a fabulous destination. So I now want to talk a little bit about some specific destinations, and I am excited to share one of my top picks for you. This is a really unique itinerary. It's only happening twice in 2027, and I'm happy to say that the 2026 and 25 itineraries all sold out in record speed. This is a round trip Montreal itinerary. I don't know if you can notice if there's anything missing in the itinerary here, but you're going to do all Canadian ports with a stop in Saint Pierre, which is a French territory. Really, really unique itinerary.
Aaron, if I might interject here, that itinerary has really caught my eye for a few reasons. One of them being the 2026 sailing was actually the biggest seller that I've ever had. Because it starts and ends in Canada, that is such an impressive itinerary where it goes to St. Pierre and Miquelon. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to see our own country. So it was such a big seller, actually, that I decided to do a hosted cruise in 2027. So the date that you see up here on May 29th is actually one that I'm going to be hosting in 2027. It's got an incredible itinerary. I'm hoping to take the train up from Niagara all the way up to Montreal to board it, which is going to be an experience in itself. And then we've got 10 incredible days that we're going to be seeing our own country. So if anybody's interested in that, please let me know.
Oh, that's fabulous. What a great itinerary to have this space on. And I'm happy to hear that you're going to be cruising with your guests. It's such a great way to have them build those memories together. And you're right, this is a really unique itinerary. Very happy to celebrate Canada and all of its beauty. And to be able to go to France on a cruise is a pretty unique bragging right. So really cool.
Very exciting.
Yeah, good. So let's continue across here. I want to talk a little bit about Asia for 26 and 27. This is really an amazing destination, from beautiful beaches, the frantic streets of Hanoi. There really is a continent that is full of adventure, as well as solace and spirituality. And this has really been captivating travelers for years. We've got everything covered that you would want within Asia. We are going to take you to up to 40 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. We're going to take you to biosphere reserves, United Nations educational, scientific, and cultural spaces, which is really, again, just going to immerse you in this part of the world in unique ways. Must-see landmarks like Angkor Wat, Vietnam. I mean, just some really, really beautiful destinations. I want to highlight my personal favorite, and is one that's on my top 10 list all the time, and that is Japan. The opportunity to circumnavigate Japan on a cruise is exceptional. To be able to get into those little nooks and crannies around the island and get to ports of calls that often are missed by your conventional cruise lines, plus with us being able to stop in South Korea for one of your ports of call really does make this an exceptional voyage. I highly recommend it as one of my favorite. Another destination that is very popular is Singapore. This is one of those destinations you could spend an entire week in the Singapore airport. It is so spectacular. So if you haven't been, I would highly recommend this destination as well. And being able to get to places like Vietnam, which is one of the highest rated destinations, again, is just something super exceptional. If you're looking for a bit more, maybe further south, a bit more of a longer itinerary, this is an example of one of our legendary voyages. And this really speaks to how we craft those longer voyages really better than anyone else. 28-day round trip from Singapore, overnight in Bali, being able to touch North Australia really is an exceptional experience. You're going to really have the golden triangle, access to 75% of the world's coral species, and really two unforgettable days through the Great Barrier Reef. Really, really exceptional experience there. Now, Europe remains incredibly popular as well. This is easily one of our most popular destinations. And again, we've got all of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites covered for you. Everything that you would want to see in a European experience, we're going to be able to offer that for you just by choosing the right itinerary. Now, I'm going to show you a couple here. One, actually, which is really exciting. This is a deal that is exclusive for Vacations for Canadians, the 14-day Norwegian Arctic and Northern Lights cruise. Now, you'll see here on the ad, it's over a $10,000 savings from booking with Vacations for Canadians versus booking direct. And I can't stress enough the importance of always using a travel advisor. This particular itinerary here, October 17th, 2026, and this is that 14-day experience, crossing the Arctic Circle twice. Really, really spectacular. If you've got a little bit more time, in 2027, we've got a solar eclipse in British Isles. This is really something special. It's happening once in 2027. We are going to have an astronomer on board supporting you, answering any questions that you might have. We're going to have the equipment to protect your eyes, of course, and you're going to be able to get that spectacular solar eclipse experience. We know roughly where it's going to happen, just around North Africa, and we've been given permission to deviate from our itinerary in order to catch the very best glimpse of that. If you're looking for something in the Mediterranean, we've got you covered there as well. A 28-day through Greece and the Mediterranean with that solar eclipse. This one is even more unique because this itinerary itself is partnered with the History Channel. And being able to do those excursions in Cairo, as an example, with an overnight and a full day there really does make this really a dream itinerary. Sticking with our legendary voyages, I'm going to share with you easily our most popular legendary voyage, and this is Voyage of the Vikings. Round trip from Boston, Canada, New England, Greenland, Iceland, on to the British Isles, the fjords, and Europe. This is an exceptional experience. It is by far our most popular one because it really does show the very best of our legendary voyages. Now, maybe you're saying to yourself, Aaron, it's cold here. I want to get away for longer. I've got more time. No problem. I got you covered. These are our grand voyages for 27. The reason I'm showing 27 is because our 26 is already departed. So the one I'm going to start with here is our grand South American Antarctica voyage. January 3rd, 2027, 70 days, 2 continents, 13 countries, 5 overnights. This really is an exceptional experience. And this is, again, just a great example of how we specialize in those longer voyages. Now, this one is sold as a complete voyage round trip from Fort Lauderdale, but we do have a different spin on this for you. So Vacations for Canadians, again, is holding space for the 22-day South America and Antarctica. This really is a special destination. To be able to go down to Antarctica and have that experience, I have heard, is really life-changing. It's on my list. My plan is to do it this November, so stay tuned. I'll let you know how it goes. But this is really the most southern port of South America, and then that amazing scenic cruise down to Antarctica. And again, almost $3,000 worth of savings there because of the relationship that we have with Vacations for Canadians. So I've shown you a couple of itineraries here. Make sure you're asking your travel advisor for more information about those. Now, if you've got lots of time and you want to see it all, I've got you covered right here. Round trip from Fort Lauderdale, January 5th, 2027, 129 days, 6 continents, 28 countries, 7 overnights. Really, this is the stuff of dreams. We're going to be able to circumnavigate the globe with just a short flight to Fort Lauderdale, being able to get to the very best in the South Pacific, South Africa, West Africa, and up into the Mediterranean, Europe. This is really something spectacular. So hopefully that's enticed you a little bit to think about some of those longer voyages. Now, as I wrap up, I do want to just talk about our last destination here, and this is Alaska. When it comes to Alaska, it's easy to say that we are Alaska. We've been known for our Alaska cruise and cruise tours. We've won awards for it, and we have been taking guests to Alaska since before it was even state. We've been going there for a little over 75 years. So really, we know Alaska better than anyone else. There's a couple of things that set us apart that I do want to call out. We have preferred berthing in the ports. What that means is that when we pull into any one of the ports in British Columbia or Alaska, we're going to be given preferred access, which means we're going to step off the ship and be right in the heart of it, where the rest of the cruise lines, they might be 2 or 3 ships away. You might have to walk half a mile, or you might even have to tender or bus in. We're also the only cruise line that can get you into the Yukon. And what I can say is that Dawson City, Yukon, if you haven't been, will absolutely be a highlight of your Alaska cruise tour. It is exceptional. We're the only cruise line that can offer you 3 nights in Denali National Park, and we've got more passes into Glacier Bay than any other cruise line out there. Really exceptional. We're also so confident about our glacier experience that we guarantee you're going to see a glacier on this experience, or we're going to give you equal of 15% of your cruise fare back. That's how confident we are that we can do that for you. Now, when it comes to glaciers, we know that seeing a glacier is the top reason why people choose Alaska. And it really is among the top destinations for new to cruise, new to Holland America, or certainly new to Alaska. And the opportunity to see a glacier really is something exceptional. So why is Glacier Bay so important? Well, it is the most known glacier destination in Alaska, if not the world. The park covers around 3.3 million acres of rugged mountains, active glaciers, temperate rainforest. It's a World Heritage Site. It's one of the world's largest international protected areas. It's really, really spectacular. We're also not going to have you in there just for a couple of hours. Because we've been cruising there since before it was even a national park, we are going to be in there for 8 hours, cruising the fjords. We're going to be able to get you up close and personal, opening the bow of the ship so that you can maybe hopefully see some calving or see a whale, of course, bears, eagles, etc. It is really, really exceptional. Now, speaking of bears, I love to be able to celebrate these itineraries. The reason I do is because these really highlight British Columbia as being the priority on here, which is really exceptional. These 2 itineraries are going to give you access to Great Bear Rainforest. It's about a 15, 16 million acre rainforest. And this is one of the largest temperate rainforests in the world. It's named after the rare white spirit bear that you see in the photo there. It is a remote region, and it really is an exceptional opportunity to really experience the very best of British Columbia as well as Alaska. Now, if seeing Alaska and seeing Canada is important to you, I'm going to share with you by far my favorite cruise experience. I've been in this industry for quite a while, and I'm probably well over 100 cruises in my lifetime. And by far, my favorite cruise is the Alaska Yukon Cruise Tour. What this is it's a combination of cruise as well as train and coach experience all combined. So think of it as cruise and land all brought together for you. We take care of everything. The cruise, the plane, the train, the accommodation. The tour director is going to be with you the whole time. It is all taken care of, and it is an absolutely spectacular experience. Being able to get up into the Yukon, Dawson City, Whitehorse. Dawson City is by far one of my favorite destinations. It is so charming and quirky, and I guarantee it'll be a highlight for you. So if celebrating, again, the very best of British Columbia, the very best of Canada, which is the Yukon, with Alaska in the middle, this is a fabulous opportunity. Now, the reason I'm calling out 2027 is because when you have the conversation with your travel advisor, you're going to mention Have It All, of course. Well, I'm happy to let you know that the early booking Have It All will include the meals for you while you're on land. That is exceptional. It's new for 2027. So I'm really, really happy to share that. So all of the amazing benefits of Have It All that I mentioned earlier, plus all of your meals when you're on land, will all be included for that low rate of the Have It All, which is really, really exceptional. Now, the last itinerary I want to share here as we wrap it up is the Inside Passage 8-day that Vacations for Canadians has an exclusive with us. This, again, is the perfect way to experience Alaska for the first time. You've got that beautiful round trip out of Vancouver. If you've done it before, you know what I'm talking about. But this is that opportunity for that beautiful sail away out of downtown Vancouver under Lions Gate Bridge. You're going to snake up through the Queen Charlotte Islands between Vancouver Island and the mainland. The ship is going to go super slow through here, so it's going to be calm. You're going to see land on both sides for about 90% of the cruise. One side for sure, if not both sides. You're going to have an opportunity to see whales, orca, otters, bears, eagles. It is really a spectacular experience. So for anyone that's a first-time cruiser, this is a really great start because it's going to be calm, it's going to be easy, round trip from Vancouver, and you're going to see some just spectacular ports of calls. So I just want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know we've got a little bit more information to share with you, don't we, Karen?
We sure do. I think we've got a couple of questions that have come up through the presentation, so maybe we can start with that first.
Absolutely.
All right, we sure can. I will. I'm hiding behind my avatar tonight. It's been one of those days, but that's what tech people do. So we'll start with Judy's question. She asked, "How many different restaurants are on Holland America ships?"
Yeah, so we have up to 7 different restaurants on board our ships. It'll depend on which class of ship you pick. So our Pinnacle class will have the most. If you move to the R class, which is the smallest, you'll like restaurants like Tamarind might not be on there, but you'll always have the Pinnacle Grill. Is one of my favorites.
Excellent.
Awesome. Oops, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm going to take off her question. We're going to grab the next question, and I'm going to remove that from the screen. Oh, well, this isn't really a question, it's more of a comment. But Barb says, for us quieter folks, or for us folks looking for quieter spots, I'm not going to pronounce that because I'm going to massacre it. There you go. Thank you. Has the best library ever.
Yes, I didn't mention the libraries. I usually do. Thanks for calling that out, Barb. It's one of my favorite spots on board all of our ships. It's a beautiful little area. There's a ton of books in there. It's quiet. You can snuggle up into a chair, grab a book that maybe you've read before, you're reading for the first time. There's windows in there to look outside. It really is a beautiful spot. So thanks for calling that out.
All right. And Kate said 126 days. Did he say 126? Was it 126? I thought it was 129, but I looked quickly, so I could be wrong.
I think it was 129. I might have said 126. Yeah.
It's a lot of days on a cruise. No matter how you slice and dice it, it's a beautiful itinerary. So 126, 129, it's a good thing for sure.
Yeah, you're on there for a chunk of time for sure. Yeah.
I think you lose count no matter what, right? You have to keep a ticky sheet and make sure you get them all in.
Yes. Absolutely arrange a dog sitter.
Awesome. All right. And I believe Kate had another question as well. When does the early booking bonus for the 17-day BC Alaska Yukon trip finish?
That's a great question. So the early booking version traditionally will end in September of the previous year. So you'll have from now until September, roughly, to still have access to the early booking version. I say roughly because it can change. If the voyage is selling out, that we have been known to remove that early booking benefit earlier. So of course, I always suggest booking early, booking as far in advance as you can. It is something that your travel advisor can add with you at the time of booking. And if you have it up until final payment to decide whether or not you want to keep it.
That's it's kind of one of those things. It's best to add it on if you qualify for it, and if you choose not to, like you say, Aaron, to remove it before you final pay it, because you can't do it the opposite way, right? So once that offer expires, even though you might have actually placed your booking at the time when you qualified, you won't be able to add it on with those extra perks later on. So, and they're quite rich, so it's a really nice way to do it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And with the gratuities included, the low price guarantee, it really is exceptional value.
That's a huge, huge deal. Absolutely. Are there any other questions, Linda?
There are. They're still coming in. Are the meals on the train included also? So I'm assuming
Ah,
that's
good
the
question.
have it early question.
Yeah. So if you were cruising now, let's say in 26, they would be an additional charge. And on board our train, it's a Holland America owned and operated train. Our sister brand Princess and Celebrity actually even borrow it from us, but it is Holland America owned and operated. And on board, you're going to have a restaurant, a gift shop, bar, washrooms, Wi-Fi. It's two tiered, so you're going to have that beautiful glass dome on top, so you can get those amazing views. There's also open air carriages, so you can step outside, weather permitting, and just take in the majesty of Alaska. So on there, when you book for 27 with Have It All, you'll have a voucher for your meal spend on all of the land components. 2026, those would be an additional charge.
It's a great extra addition for 27. That's amazing.
All right. So if anyone else has any questions, there's still time to pop them in to the comment section. We'll kind of, Kate says you're really selling this one.
No, for the longest time, people ask me all the time, what's your favorite cruise? And Japan is definitely up there, circumnavigating Japan for sure. The Panama Canal, the start to finish, we do from California to Florida. The canal is just really fascinating, and you get some really unique Caribbean ports there that you wouldn't normally get to. And those were really my favorites until I did the cruise tour in Alaska. And just to see the vastness of British Columbia, Alaska, and the Yukon on the land component is just so unique. In Dawson City, I can't say enough about it. It is the weirdest. Karen, have you been?
No, I've not been there. I made the mistake of not doing the land portion when I went to Alaska, and I need a do-over. So all that you're saying is really ringing true to me, because I'm telling you, it's cruising Alaska is spectacular, but that land piece I think is just really, really experiencing Alaska to the next level.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So while we were chatting, we had another question come in. So first time cruiser here and hoping to the Inside Passage, Vancouver to Vancouver. Do you suggest to always get the Have It All package?
Yeah, great question, Brenda. First time cruiser, the round trip Vancouver Inside Passage, fabulous choice. Like I said, the sail away is gorgeous. The ship has to go super slow through that section in order to protect marine life and not cause wakes. So it's going to be really traditionally very calm seas through there. You can see land on one, if not both sides for majority. And some don't do this, but in some sections you're close enough you could swim ashore. Okay, don't do it, but you could. It's that close. It really is such a fabulous experience. First time cruiser, look, I would always recommend the Have It All package, especially for a first time cruiser. When you're on board, you don't really know yet what you want to do and what you might not want to do. So it's nice just to have the option that you can do anything you want. You can choose the dining credit. You've got the shore excursion credit. You can get the tea, coffee, wine, spirits, whatever you like with no additional charges. It's just going to put you at ease so that you don't get that kind of bill at the end. Now, as you cruise, you might make choices to say, I don't need the alcohol package, or maybe I don't need the Wi-Fi. I really do want to unplug. And then you just work with your travel advisor to figure out what the best value is.
We can always price it on both sides to see what really makes sense for each client too. So it's easy enough for us to do.
Great. And a question here from Barb. Any tips on when, where, and how to get the best solo rates with Holland America?
That's a great question, and I wish I had a better answer. The truth is, when it comes to solo travelers for most cruise lines, it's double occupancy fares. So what I would encourage you to do, again, is really looking for those amazing sale opportunities so that when you're paying that double occupancy, it's going to be a bit more palatable. I would also encourage you to, again, to work with your Vacations for Canadian advisor and look for our Pinnacle class ships. They're our largest ships, and on there we do have solo cabins. So they're a bit smaller. They're usually an inside or an ocean view, but they will come in at a reduced rate. So that'll make it a bit easier for you. What I would also do is make sure that when you're looking at your itinerary, there's a balance of sea days and port days. So that way you've got an opportunity to connect with maybe other solo travelers on board. We have a couple of events that'll happen throughout the cruise to make those connections for you. And then you have the ability to maybe join a group as part of a short cruise if that appeals to you. If not, and you're looking to do it solo, we've got, again, lots of opportunity for you to just kind of unplug and really relax.
Thank you.
Right.
I think that might wrap the questions up. Linda?
I think that might wrap the questions up. So if you do have more questions, I think Karen's got a few things she's going to talk about just quickly. And if there's comments when she's done, then we'll come back to those again.
Super. Thank you. Still an opportunity for those last minute questions. So I did mention at the beginning of our presentation that we do have an exclusive extra little perk for you for any bookings with Holland America that are done in February. So any sailings that are up to 14 days in length, we will offer you up to $100 in onboard credit. And you can use that towards spa purchases, shore excursions, anything you'd like to. Or if you're going to be going for the gusto and doing one of those really long sailings, so 15 days plus, or one of those cruise tours, we're actually upping that to $150, up to $150 onboard credit. And that's dependent upon your stateroom that you choose. So there's some amazing perks. And the great thing is those are on any Holland America sales that they currently have offered, as well as any of our group rates. So no matter what itinerary catches your eye, we can get that onboard credit for you if you book in February. So do reach out to your Vacations for Canadians advisor to get your quotes in this month for sure. And Linda has pulled up here our website. Now you can do some searching if you want to do a bit of homework. You can go right to our vacationsforcanadians.com website and you can search all the great Holland America deals that we have on offer. So we've got some information about the ships and whatnot, the destinations, as well as our exclusive rates. You can do a little filter up top and go right into the Holland America deals. So we do invite you to browse that. If anything catches your eye, what you're seeing now are the deals that were offered from Holland America in the past that we've got listed out. So those would be on our Facebook page that you would see. So this is a one-stop shop for you to go and just browse through everything that we've already got either posted or the exclusive rates that we may not have posted just yet. So thank you so much. I don't believe there are any more questions that I see come up. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Erin, for your time. It's always great to hear what Holland America's got in store. I've got to find some orange to pack for my hosted cruise next year. That's something I made a note of. And I also made a note of those beautiful, the Grand Voyages, which Holland America is very famous for. They've got some of those really, really interesting ports of call, those extended vacations. If you're looking for something to really treat yourself, this is a cruise line you want to be looking at. So thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have yourselves a great night, everyone. Thanks for joining.